Welcome to The Better Half with Marie Torre and Bill Currie. Each week, Marie and Bill present stars like Sid Caesar, Alan Alda, Steve Allen and Jane Meadows, Robert Vaughn, Frank Gorshin, Bobby Goldsboro, Stiller and Mira, or Leonard Nimoy. Now, here are some highlights from The Better Half.
That's it. Come on. Look at my mouth. My goodness, they're hostile here.
You know, Marie, with material like that, it's obvious why Rip has been a great success. But, Rip, you couldn't have started out at the top. I mean, how did you ever get started in show business? I mean, you must have had some sort of humble beginning.
Well, I have to keep traveling a lot because that's how Lincoln got it. But I originally started, doing record pantomime, which I brought along today. I wanted to show you how I got started because it's easy to do. You know, you learn the record, you mount the words. It's very easy. And I brought one today, and if you can put the tape on now, I'll show you how I started, and we'll see what happens with it. Okay? Now just roll the tape, and I'll stay in here. Excuse me. Pardon my back. Pardon my front. I can't hear the tape. Now put it on very loud. Make it louder, please. Turn my mic off.
The one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all.
At all.
You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall.
Now, excuse me there, Mr. Carl Grayson. Now, tell this little girl all about this situation. Now, honey child, you know that you always seems to break the very kind of soul of our heart with a hasty word that you just can't seem to recall. Honey child, honey lamb, honey baby, honey doll, honey pie. Now then, if this boy, now mind you, I says, if this here boy done broke your heart last night, honey child, honey lamb, honey baby, honey doll, honey pie, is because he loved you the most of all.
Your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all.
It's too much work. Oh, thank you. Bring in the two chairs now.
Thank you.
Now, if you'll... That's a true town.
You should have been committed long ago.
Well, that's terrible because it's so strenuous now, but you need to do it. Now, here's what I want to do today. I want to show you how you all could do it, too, and show the people.
John! Marcia. John! Marcia. John? Marcia. John. Marcia. John.
Please welcome Alan Alda.
Sit down, I'll call a lawyer.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, I think you've got a suit. No, you're not all right. You're hurt bad. Get a lawyer, quick. You'll never have to work another day.
They told me to be careful not to come up on this side because I might trip.
Well, I think you're hurt badly, and I think we ought to get a lawyer and an ambulance. And
No, I'll take care of that.
gosh, aren't you tired of working? You could get into Group Wonderful for a pile of money. I wish I could fall down.
Is that what you call them, Group Wonderful?
Group Wonderful, yes.
They have a wonderful set.
Yes. You got to be a mountain goat to get up there.
You're sure you weren't preparing for some movie you're making about an accident-prone character?
No.
What is this bit about you being accident-prone? Do you frequently fall and...
Oh, I'm not accident-prone.
What are you?
They wrote an article about me, and that was just fun, and, you know, I was...
Yeah, well, at least you're not bleeding.
No.
I mean.
Oh, heck, I'm going to do that.
Not a hard ball, for goodness sake. That is so bad. There was so much chicanery and cheating during the contest that we've declared everybody, all three of us, universal winners, and everybody has a prize. Will you demonstrate to the audience that you all have prizes? Now. That's it. That's good. Everybody got a whistle. Throw me your whistle, son. Let me show them. I might know it would get him. This is what everybody got. Are you hurt badly?
Oh, no, it's okay. I tell you, actually, it's always a pleasure for me to appear on educational television like that.
Well, I'm sure that it's been an education for you. As I said, it would be nice to get back to where they know what they're doing.
Do they know what they're doing, usually?
I haven't been to a place yet where they knew what they were doing, but this is, at least you admit it. That's nice.
Well, we really don't.
I didn't. You did.
Yes.
Was a hot afternoon, the last day of June, and the sun was a demon. The clouds were afraid, 110 in the shade, and the pavement was steaming. I told Billy Ray in his red Chevrolet I needed time for some thinking. I was just walking by when I looked in her eye, and I swore it was winking.
You people in our studio audience ever eat a catfish? Hey, that's pretty good for a bunch of Yankees, ain't it?
Not bad at all.
How about a carp? You ever eat a carp?
I've never eaten a carp,
I
no.
don't know a carp myself. I bet half of them don't know what a carp is.
Do you know he has something in common with Alan Alda? They're both accident-prone.
Yeah, but at least he didn't fall down when he got out here tonight.
You notice how careful I was, though. I do the weirdest things. I once cut my big toe on a Rice Krispie.
Now tell us how you
way.
did that.
True
Now
story.
tell us
Really?
how you did that.
I was in a, I had a little apartment before I got my house built in Nashville, and I was in the apartment. I'd go in and eat a bowl of cereal, bowl of Rice Krispies, you know, and I'd watch TV, and then I'd get dressed and go on down to the office or wherever I had to go. And one morning I was watching some show on television. I was really watching it, you know, and I dropped some Rice Krispies on the carpet. And I was really into the show, you know, so I thought I'd gotten them all up, picked them up, and 2 or 3 of them stayed in the carpet. And overnight they hardened and got like a little piece of coral or something. And next morning I come in there barefooted. I was bopping in there, got me another bowl of cereal, and walked over to the couch. And as I sat down, I dragged my foot across the carpet and sliced my big toe. And I looked down, it was bleeding. I thought it was a thumbtack or a razor blade or something, and it was I looked down, it was a Rice Krispie. So they're dangerous if you're not careful with them.
Nobody but you.
Right. I've done, I broke my hand the first day of basketball practice. Broke my ankle the first day of track. I went out for track at Auburn University. I ran into a light pole trying to catch a football in my senior year of high school in PE class. I told the quarterback, I went back, the guy that was running the PE class said, okay, you got time for one more play, then you got to go get dressed for last class, you know, 6th period. So I went back, I said, just throw it as hard as you can throw it. I can outrun this guy, just throw it back there, I'll be there. And he threw it. I could have never gotten to the ball. He was a great quarterback there. And I took off running, you know, and he threw it way over my head. And just as I leaped for the ball, I hit this light pole about this big around. Took 13 stitches over this eye, broke my nose, it all, you know, unbelievable. And that.
When did you first discover that you could impersonate other people?
It was in a coffee shop. When I was in high school, I used to work as an usher at the Sheridan Square Theater in East Liberty, which is still there.
Is it?
I mean, the Sheridan Square is still there. Well, so is East Liberty. And I used to see a motion picture not once, but quite a few times. And I would find myself doing some of those characters. And whatever picture was playing in the theater would determine how I would act as an usher towards people that came in to be seated. If a couple came in, I'd say, all right, the 3 of us are going down this aisle, but only one of us is coming back.
What'd you do when you saw Dracula?
Yeah, well, I would.
If there was a Frankenstein picture, I'd say, there's no room downstairs, but I'll be glad to put you in a box. And then I saw, I guess I really didn't start performing in front of people, in front of audiences, until I saw a picture called The Jolson Story, which was, of course, about Al Jolson. And I saw the picture, I don't know, 6 times, and I would come out of the theater singing like Jolson. Way down on the levee in old Alabama, Miss Dottie and Mammy, the Zebra and Sammy on a moonlight, not you can hear them all.
It's a year since I've seen you, and I've really missed you.
Oh, do I miss you?
And I want to tell you, many a night I say to Frenchie, I really miss Marie.
Marie? I'm sure that
and
goes
you know what?
There.
She says to me, well, why don't you do something about it? So I showed her what I did about it, and she said I should show you, because for a year, I've had you very close to me.
What?
You think
What are you talking about?
And you should see where I got Bill.
Don't tell me. You first.
No, I'll manage. You have to expose yourself?
No, just the belly.
What's what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so completely upstage that I...
Come on, let me see you do it. You can do it.
Don't have no belly.
Come on, let me start pushing it
Oh,
out.
you better come back to me. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, but he's got a hell of a lot more equipment than I have.
Oh, you do with him whatever you want. I found happiness.
Listen, you know, I just feel like it would be sort of like, you know, hoggish of me just to accept these awards.
Well, you are known to be
nothing, I know, and nothing for you.
Yeah, well, that's the way life
We have
goes.
an award for you that is a little bit more localized, Bill. It's called the Soupy Sales Award.
Oh, really? What does it
Yeah,
signify?
and I want to make room for this award.
God, they gotta bring it on wheels.
It's called the Soupy Sales Award, and it is given to the sportscaster in Pittsburgh who is right on. And what makes this even more unusual is that whenever it is presented to the recipient, it is presented by the originator.
This spot, this two-sorted spot, doth not have the candlelight of a major burg. It doth not have palaces of pleasure for the palate or the eye, and above all, it hath not conveyances for the masses. Is this my fate to while away my existence in such a place?
Fair prince, why doth thou always bemoan thy fate? Why are you not a little gayer?
Well, Fay, what can a nice fellow like me do in a waistband like this?
Oh, dear. But thee must understand, this is not a big burg. This is merely a little hamlet.
Ever since Icarus flew off into the sun, man has tried to conquer the air. And to one degree or another, he has failed. Today, Little Known News presents a look at the people behind these brave, foolish, reckless, irresponsible men.
Gee, aren't you thrilled about your husband going up in the stratosphere like this?
Oh, yes. My husband and I have great confidence in this aerial observation deck.
Well, what about safety?
Oh, he'll be okay. He's, shall we say, the whole thing is foolproof. It really is. Nothing can go wrong. We thought about everything.
What about food?
Well, since this is just a test flight, I made a little chicken soup for him.
How long do you expect him to be up there?
I think he will be there indefinitely.
In other little-known flying news, Bess Truman takes a strike at flight. Again. And again. And again. And again. The female form has finally invaded football. Little known news takes you to the locker room where Coach Marie Torre has plugged up the hole in the Navy line. Her team has made a remarkable comeback. Let's find out what Coach Torre's secret is at halftime.
Now, boys, listen to me. I want you to stop running and jumping on the backs of all those boys on the other team. Now, when we go back to the field, I want you guys to jump around right after that other guy gets the ball from the middleman. Then I want you, Bill, listen to me. I want you, Bill, to go back as if you were going to throw the ball away. But I want you to give the ball over to Haywood over here. Here's Haywood. Then I want you to run very fast. And I want you, Rosie, I want you to hurry along and stop the other team from ganging up on him and hurting him.
Well, I think she wants us to stop clipping fellas.
Well, if that's what she wants, then she wants us to use old 86. That's, you know, when I make the audible and I bootleg the pigskin on the draw play and we fake the dive play and pull the guard to the secondary shift and then hit the tight end along the hash marks.
Then I'm supposed to run interference for you, taking out the linebackers on the man-for-man as long as there's no stunting.
Okay, now, fellas. Go on out there and give him heck.
Let's go. boys, go. Go, man. Right. Sid, sustaining, as you did so for so many years, a weekly, hour-long comedy show. That's right, it was. Did you ever go out there with material that you were a little bit dubious about?
Well, yes, I did, because nothing that if you were doing a weekly show that's an hour and a half, you got to come up with 6 comedy scenes. Now, that's kind of rough.
And you did it all live.
And it was all live, and there was no cue cards, and there was no anything.
Funny things must have happened.
One funny thing did happen, I'll tell you. I did use one cue card for the first time after about 2 years of the show. I remember, and I had to introduce this host, and I was introduced, and I said, now here is a man, and he's standing right here. He's a very big star. And I say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to a man who's one of the greatest actors in his field. He's an actor, and he's by far the best actor and man that I've ever known to be an actor. And he's standing right here, and I'm sweating bullets. And he's a man who walks straight and tall. And he's a man who talks with his mind. And somebody tell me his name. I won't say who it was. But that actually happened.
Well, you know, Sid, that's like any singer of any consequence at all will never risk the Lord's Prayer or the Star-Spangled Banner without a card with the words, because it's very embarrassing to forget the words.
Well, it's more embarrassing to forget somebody's name who was a big star.
Listen, we're delighted about this project that you're involved in now, which is, I don't know, Bill, you've heard about this scenes from your show of shows. They have taken 10 scenes from your show of shows and put it together for a feature-length movie. Okay, let's look at the excerpt of the highlights.
You can just watch the monitors.
10 from your show of shows.
Yes, sir. Come on up here, Al. The intimate story. He's a little overwhelmed, a little overwrought, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you'll just come this way, Al. Al, see, this is going to be the story of your life. We're going to tell the intimate, inside story.
You recognize this voice, Al?
Hello, Al. Remember me? I used to encourage you. I helped you in those desperate years when you needed help so very much. I guided you, encouraged you, and did so much to mold your character and make you the person you are today.
Did I hear it again?
All right, you guys. Out of my way. Duchess dances with me.
Take it easy, boys. There's enough for everybody.
Professor, could you tell me what is the most important single problem in space today?
That's a good question. Well, that's the most important problem in space today, I would say, is closet space. That's the most important. Parking space is pretty troublesome, but the closet space, drawer space is good.
Drawer space, yes.
But closet space,
yes,
no hooks, you know. machen die DDR und Brötchen erbrötchen. Brötchen erbrötchen machen. Alt! Du hast die Jingle, die Mädels. Du bist der Mädel-Jingle? Ja? Und das Mädel für die 50-Yard Dash?
You know what I remember?
What's that?
Here, they used to have, this goes way back, they used to have quart things of milk, not in the traditional glass bottle, but in a megaphone-shaped wax container. Any of you old-timers remember that?
Megaphone-shaped wax container.
There's a lady who remembers that.
Megaphone.
That's my grandmother over there.
Since both of you have had a little experience in this area, is this what attracted you to one another? Pittsburgh?
Surely that wasn't the catalyst that brought you.
Do you know that I don't think Steve knew until... Have we ever discussed that I lived in Sewickley until today when you saw
You mean you want to forget it, you mean?
No, it was one of the happiest periods of my life.
I discovered it when I looked into your background.
Oh, you had her investigated.
No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean by that? No, but really, today we were talking about it because we could see the thing out the window that he used to go up as a child. And I remember I lived on 7 Centennial Avenue, and I remember one marvelous thing about Sewickley. There was a place called Isley's. I don't know if anybody...
Isley's.
Isley's. Do you know, I have never, to this day, found anything to equal those... We used to get for, I don't know whether it was a nickel, it went like a mountain. Do they still? I'm going there tomorrow.
Good.
Tomorrow.
And do you remember, Jane, how much fun it used to be in the winter to go ice-skating? Remember that?
Isn't he awful? Isn't he awful?
That's really bad.
But I want to tell you, I have told my... oh, they're still putting me on. But I've told my... I've told my son and my stepsons for years about these great ice cream cones that went from here to here, you know, for a nickel. And they said, oh, come on. But it's true, right?
Oh, yeah, friend.
See?
They still have those?
How much are they now? 35 cents!
So yes, inflation has hit. Inflation has hit.
Thank you. And undoubtedly the most commonly used phrase during the whole hearings, every single witness said it, and that was to the best of my recollection. I guess that means if I'm lying, at least I've copped out. You know. So here again, this seemed to me like a good song title, kind of a rock ballad. To the best of my recollection, I never kissed her, Senator Gurney. But may I refresh my recollection and consult with my attorney. Now you've asked me, did I date her? I'll provide you with that information later. Perhaps we had a ball, but not as far as I recall. And one more little quick one. This, again, a very romantic love song, which will have a one-word title. I think the one word, again, that we've heard most often during recent weeks is the word cover-up. So, this is a song called Cover-Up. If you love your lover up, will there be a cover-up, my darling? If you decide that I'm a lemon, see, will you ask for clemency, my dear? Once I wrote a love letter, you read it, but I never dreamed you would shred it. Now I call your dad and mother up to cry about your cover-up, my dear.
Bill, I brought you here to show you some of the contributions that the Italians have made to this country.
Oh, Maria, I know all about that. I mean, I know what Italians have done for the country. I mean, look what Sophia Loren did for the poster business, and think about what Gino's done for pizza.
And then there is Christopher Columbus.
Well, everybody knows about what old Chris did, you know.
There is one thing I bet you didn't know.
What's that? I mean, I know almost everything.
I have it on good authority that he brainstormed a form of advertising that is still being used today. Oh, Columbus, are you back here again?
Isabel, you are the jewel of my life, the jewel of the Spain, the light of my life. Only you can satisfy my one burning desire.
I can. What do you desire?
Isabel, I need a man. You know, someone to chart my course to the new world. Someone like this bacala right over here.
Oh, come on, Chris. I hocked my jewels. I lied to the king to get you those 3 ships. And now you want my page, too.
That's what I want. Hurry up and talk, bacala.
Well, you can have them.
Oh, but Isabella, I can't leave now. I'm doing the play-by-play of the what kind of
bocce game?
Bocce game. Thank you. Next month, yes. And it's my big chance to make it as a sports page.
But stupido, this is your bigger chance to go down in history.
I wouldn't mind going down in history, but I don't want to go down with no ship.
Stupid, you afraid?
It's a matter of religion with me. I'm a devout coward.
You mean that you're going to turn down this chance at the chapter in history?
Well, yeah, I don't expect to sail off the edge of the earth.
You certainly want to be remembered for discovering the new world, but I promise you will be remembered for something else.
What am I going to be remembered for?
Henceforth, you'll be known as the first Yellow Page.
Bill, those are some of the famous Italian heroes you know about. But there's also one great Italian from the Pittsburgh area who's done more for the military structure of this country than any other American. I dare say that without his efforts, we would be lacking a strong military offensive, Bill.
Who that?
Why, Franco Harris and his Italian army, of course.
You know what just happened to Jennifer? She got hooked on Barbie dolls. Everybody knows what a Barbie doll is. You pull a string and they say nice things.
Yeah, she's hooked.
She was desperate for a Barbie doll, and she screamed. So Mitzi and I went out and we got her a Barbie doll, right? And it cost like $11, $12. That's not a lot of money for a doll, right? So far, Barbie's wardrobe has stood me $183. And that's only for her winter wardrobe. Now summer is coming.
We gotta take a bank loan to pay for this doll.
Now, you know what we found out? The Mattel Toy Company, they manufacture Barbie dolls.
Right, I know.
They're going to export Barbie dolls to foreign countries. Now watch. Here are some of the foreign-talking Barbie dolls, just a few. Now, first, the American Barbie doll. You pull a string, and the American doll says...
Hi, my name is Barbie. Come play with me.
Okay, and now the... Here's a German Barbie doll.
You will play with me, jawohl.
A French Barbie doll.
Hello. My name is Babette.
And I play with you.
Okay. Here's a Puerto Rican Barbie doll. Pull a string, and she says...
Hey, mister. You want to play with my sister?
Let's face it, the most important single thing in the supermarket is choosing your proper lane. That can make or break you, right? You look over everything very quickly. He's got 2 cornflakes of milk. You try to register which one should I join, right? It's usually express checkout, 6 items or less. I usually have 7 items. Right away I start negotiating. You know, can the spaghetti and the sauce be one? Because you can't make... Sorry. Judgment against you, you know. It's like a lord on high there, the manager. Sorry, you lose. Go to the back of the line. I usually wind up standing behind someone that comes out to buy food once a year. And today's the day, you know. They have 14 carts of frozen foods alone. I start begging, can I just get ahead of you? I'm sorry, we had to wait too, you know. Okay, you know, and I'm just holding, I didn't think I'd have enough items for a cart, so I'm left there like a ballerina with everything, you know, like this, with the bread under my arm, crushing it, you know. Finally, I worked my way up to the table,
And our supermarket has no dividers. And naturally, people get very territorial at the checkout counter, don't you? That's yours, that's mine, you know, right? That's yours, that's mine, you know. There's certain items I'd rather not be identified with. You know, are these your prunes? No, that's not.
Yeah. That's kind of strange, though. Listening to you, it sounds pretty sad, Warren, and yet I understand that you're really the jester of the Steelers, that you cut up all the time in the dressing rooms.
Well, I'm pretty good with my clothes off, but, you know, I feel kind of... I come out of that shower and, you know, Bill's got the camera rolling. I put on a pretty good show, but with all my clothes on, I feel cramped, so I just think I'm going to fix it. I can't do it.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist? Do you feel like you maybe have some small perversion that makes you an exhibit? No, to explain it to you, what he does every time we start to take a moving picture interview in the dressing room with any other players, he comes running out of the shower and is all together, you know, without nothing on, and gets in the picture and gums it all up. I mean, do you feel a compulsion to do this?
Yeah, I do. I feel like, you know, I've got something to show the world, and, you know, what better way than, you know, I like just getting around and dancing, just, you know, messing around. But as far as anything being wrong with me in the mind other than that, really, I don't think there's anything wrong.
Warren, what are you doing?
Mothers, would you like to see your children grow up big and strong like Franco? Then feed them FIA, that's F-I-A, FIA. Favorite food of Franco's Italian army, and loaded with all sorts of nutritional goodies like meatballs, and ain't no telling what else.
Come on. Mama, the Alka-Seltzer, please.
And say, there's another little item here that I want you people to know about. Take this, Victor. There's some other people that get connected with our show that we want you to meet right quick. First of all, our producer, Cliff Currie. Where are you, Cliff? Of course, he ain't here.
Why not?
Where is he coming from?
Well, he has a long ways to go.
Well, Cliff writes it, produces it, conceives of it, and lines up the guests. Our director is Stan Marinoff.
Stanley, come on out.
Come on out, Stan. Our associate producer, Marlene DeMarco, she's right here close by. Come in, Marlene. Marlene does everything. And Vic Brable is our floor manager, and he runs everything. Now, if we can get Stan. Of course, there are a lot of other people, our stagehands, our cameramen, and here's Stan Marinoff, and he's going to show you how a director works. Go ahead and say something. He's the way he tells them what to do. Tell him something.
Camera one, you should have a shot of me, and take one.
Take two quickly. There you go. Very good, Stan. Well, Marie, you know, thank you all for letting the folks see. You know, we've all had the audience say what they thought was the most fun and the best. Was there any highlight of the whole year that really stands out in your mind?
Yes, there was. That time that Soupy Sales was on. You remember that show?
Oh, very well, yes.
You really do?
Yeah, I
want
remember.
More of the same?
My beautiful food.
Here.
Oh, you know, what's the man gonna say it owns this suit?
Say goodbye to people, then we'll clean up. Thanks for being with us for the year.